Thousands of documents, hundreds of testimonies, decades of relentless, passionate debate. And yet, there's still this profound silence surrounding one of the most enduring mysteries right beneath our feet. I mean, literally beneath our feet. Are we just walking on plain old dirt and rock, or is there a completely different, unacknowledged reality hiding below America's surface? Well, let's find out in today's Explainer.
It really all boils down to one massive question, doesn't it? Are we talking about highly practical government security bunkers or sprawling, secret subterranean cities? Because for decades, rumors of these massive underground networks have just spread like wildfire. We're talking everywhere from quiet local towns to the absolute darkest depths of the internet. But what is the actual verifiable truth here?
Section 1. America's Hidden Underground Secrets.
Section 2. The Cold War Reality.
So, to really understand today's rumors, we have to start with the historical facts. During the incredibly tense decades of the Cold War, the U.S. government undeniably built these massive underground military facilities. The goal? To survive a catastrophic strike. But here's the thing. When the Soviet Union fell back in 1991, those bunkers weren't just suddenly abandoned. Actually, the threats simply evolved. Moving into the post-1991 era and right into the 21st century, the focus shifted toward things like cyber attacks and global terror. And because of that, these emergency underground facilities remained active and, honestly, absolutely vital. The verified, completely documented purposes for these facilities are actually quite pragmatic. We're talking about ensuring the continuity of government during a major crisis, preserving military command, protecting critical communication networks, and, of course, surviving national disasters. This is all completely backed by public records. It's not a secret. It just makes perfect, logical sense for any nation's baseline security strategy. Section 3. Fueling the Internet Rumors. So how exactly do we get from practical, somewhat boring emergency bunkers to wild rumors of continent-spanning secret cities? Well, the modern internet. It's like a giant rumor mill. Here's the exact anatomy of how one of these viral legends is born. It usually starts with a single, blurred photograph. Then, an old, totally out-of-context document suddenly surfaces online. Next thing you know, someone drops an anonymous interview making these incredible claims, and boom, within hours, the story goes completely global. These tiny, unverified fragments snowball so incredibly fast today that the actual documented history just gets completely overshadowed. When we actually stop and compare the verified government bunkers to these alleged underground cities, a pretty stark reality emerges. The bunkers, they are thoroughly supported by public records and historical emergency continuity plans. But those massive, sprawling, subterranean cities we hear so much about, according to the sources we're exploring today, absolutely no decisive, independent, or public proof exists to support them at all. None. We really have to separate documented reality from unverified claims, no matter how viral they might go on social media. Now, having said all that, it is completely fair to acknowledge exactly why people are so deeply skeptical of the official narrative. I mean, history proves time and again that government projects can and absolutely do remain highly classified for years, sometimes literally decades before finally undergoing declassification. And because we know this has happened before, it naturally makes you wonder, right? If they kept secrets back then, what kind of files are they keeping from us right behind those giant steel doors today? Section 4. The Psychology of Secrets. You know, human curiosity absolutely abhors a vacuum. When we're faced with a closed door we just can't open, a secret building we aren't allowed to enter, an incomplete document we can't fully read, or maybe an anonymous testimony we can't verify, our imagination naturally steps right in to fill in those blanks. If we don't have all the puzzle pieces, we just kind of write the rest of the story ourselves. And wow, the stories we write are incredibly varied. A massive portion of the public genuinely believes these spaces are highly advanced future security plans. Then you have another huge slice of people who think they're secret research centers, completely hidden from any kind of public oversight. And of course, you have the theories that cross straight into pure sci-fi scenarios. The whole spectrum of belief is just massive, but it really all stems from that innate human desire to somehow make sense of the unknown. There's also this really fascinating phenomenon at play here called the secrecy cycle. It's basically the idea that the revelation of one real government secret immediately sparks the belief that an even bigger secret is still out there being hidden. Just think about that for a second. Even when documents are declassified and governments are acting completely transparently, the human mind often reacts by assuming there's just got to be another deeper layer of secrecy we haven't uncovered yet. It's like every single answer just creates a brand new question. Section 5. the final truth. Now, our goal with this explainer wasn't to somehow prove a conspiracy theory true or false. Instead, we wanted to look at how real, verified history, standard government secrecy, and just boundless human curiosity all combine to create this massive modern legend. So, are there hidden places below us? Honestly, given the sheer vastness of the country and the very real demands of national security, it is highly possible there are places we still don't know about. But we also have to ask ourselves, is the biggest secret simply our own imagination? Because the power of human myth-making is incredibly, undeniably strong. There's a really great sentiment from the source material that I think perfectly captures this entire debate. It goes, every mountain, every tunnel, and every closed door asks a question. And honestly, as long as there's no decisive new proof, that question is going to remain completely unanswered. We are quite literally wired to seek out the unknown. And that is exactly why this whole topic remains one of the world's most captivating, enduring mysteries. Which brings us right back to where we started. The truth is still buried. Whether that truth is some giant physical complex miles beneath the earth, or simply the realization of how our own minds construct these elaborate mysteries out of the shadows, well, that remains to be seen. So the next time you're just taking a walk outside, I want you to ask yourself, what do you think actually lies beneath your feet?